Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam, back here with a second video in less than 24 hours, if you can believe it. So before we start, I just want to mention that I posted a brand new update on 3i Atlas less than 20 hours ago. There are some very strange developments surrounding 3i Atlas, and I go into what's really going on there and give my honest take on it. I think a lot of you are going to find it extremely interesting. If you haven't seen it, I'll have the link down below in the video description nonetheless. So if you haven't been notified, which you probably haven't, make sure you don't miss that. Head over and check it out after this one. Now let's get into today's anomalous findings. What I want to talk to you guys about is something that I came across while I was revisiting one of the most well-known and controversial lunar images ever released to the public. And that image is an Apollo 17 photograph that has been studied, debated, and argued over since at least the mid-2000s. Now, most of you will already recognize this image, or at least a pretty big majority. This is one of the biggest and hotly debated lunar discoveries that has ever been discussed in the research community. Over the years of running this channel, we have done a ton of videos on artificial structures discovered on our moon, whether it be through satellite imagery from the LROC, or Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, which is a military term, by the way, and or any number of the moon landing missions where thousands of photographs, actual film photographs, were snapped from up in orbit. And so the image in question is the one that you're seeing here, and it's the one that appears to show what looks very much like a glass dome, or possibly a metallic disc of some sort, but it looks more glass to me, sitting very low inside of a lunar crater. And it can be found in a couple of very large and very long panoramic images, and you have to know where to look to find it. And the dome isn't even the main focus of today's video, but I wanted to preface this and give you guys context. Now, there's a couple of different images of this that were snapped during the Apollo 17 moon landing missions. And this isn't a brand new find. This image has circulated online for years now, long before NASA later released the newer so-called higher resolution versions of the same area, versions which conveniently show far less detail and look suspiciously smoothed and blurred over, like we have seen in so many other countless moon and Mars images. And we've seen this playbook time and time again. So I'm showing you the images of the alleged dome, and if you're asking me, I have looked at this image so much, I've downloaded the highest resolution versions I could find of it. We're talking multi-gigabyte files, and what you guys are seeing in these older images taken back in the 1960s, early 70s, where you see this very crisp, very detailed view of the lunar surface, unlike the sort of digitized, washed out, blurred out, nothing burger moon images that we get today, the so-called high-res versions. If I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. If there are ever images, especially of other planets or the moon or things captured in space, your best bet to find things like alien bases or things that appear to be artificial structures, towers, domes, vehicles on the surface, UFOs, you're going to want to look back at the old vintage photos, the ones that NASA couldn't get their hands on and airbrush everything out of, the ones that NASA did not forecast that we would years later have the technology to do some hardcore examination of said photos, and so a lot of these anomalous artificial structures slipped through the cracks. They have blurred many of them, and I've shown you countless images of craters that NASA has obviously smudged or airbrushed before being released to the public. I mean, they're so sloppy, some of them. But as you guys are looking at these images here, and you're looking at this, what I believe is some sort of semi-transparent glass dome-like structure that's perfectly sitting in this crater. You can see the shadow around the edge of it, along with what appears to be sunlight glinting off of the right side of this glass-like structure. And well, as I was scanning about, I would say 10 miles, maybe 15 miles from this glass dome UFO in this crater, about 15 miles away and at full maximum zoom in Photoshop, where I'm even amazed that I saw this to begin with, I noticed something that immediately jumped out. A very tall vertical structure, and what is likely a massive tower, or almost like a smokestack-like object, standing alone on the lunar surface, casting a massive shadow, miles-long shadow behind it. So you're seeing images here of the object in question, just a few miles down from the dome. And this is from a bird's eye view. So as I'm showing you these enhanced and zoomed in and colored images, you can see that the top of this object, this tower, appears perfectly circular, with a perfectly circular dark opening at the center, just like a pipe or exhaust port or a smokestack like we have here in factories on Earth. Extending from it is an extremely long, sharply defined shadow being cast across the moon's surface. And there are no other objects around it, no rocks, no boulders, no terrain or features that are casting shadows even remotely like this one. I mean, as you guys are seeing, it sticks out like a sore thumb. And even at the base of the structure, which I've highlighted with some color here, you can clearly see what appear to be these weird, curved, almost fin-like extensions, or legs, if you will, digging into the lunar soil off of this tower, radiating outward into the ground, almost like stabilizing legs. They're evenly spaced, they're curved and symmetrical. And I even colored in a few other things in the background here that sort of look like buildings to me. But, you know, I'll let you guys be the judge of that. I mean, it looks like a couple of hexagonal buildings back here. But I'm showing you some artist renditions that I made myself just to give you an idea of not just the glass dome or the domed structure in the crater, but this tower and what it would look like if you were standing on the lunar surface or flying above and over it, just to give you guys a better context so you can actually understand what I'm trying to show you. And as you're looking at these renditions along with the enhanced close-ups, I mean, once you see them, it's like you can't unsee them. And whatever this thing is, it's massive and it's tall. It is towering above the surrounding terrain. To me, there is no question that this resembles a smokestack or an exhaust structure of some kind, and that opens the door to some very uncomfortable questions. You know, is this some kind of vent, exhaust outlet, something coming up from beneath the lunar surface? You know, we've talked on this channel before about the possibility and the probability of the moon being hollow, and that's not fringe speculation anymore. NASA themselves have admitted that massive portions of the inside of the moon's interior are hollow, and when they crashed landers into it back in the day, the moon actually rang like a bell for hours and could be felt and picked up on seismometers thousands of miles away from each other on the lunar surface. So yeah, moon rang like a bell. Could it be connected to something inside of the moon? And, you know, when I look at this, it reminds me of the monolithic structures that we know are on planet Mars and the moon of Mars we know as Phobos. Also very rigid, artificial-looking tower structures sitting in the middle of nowhere on the Martian surface. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me what you think. Look at the shadow on this thing. Look at the base of it with the legs digging into the ground. A couple of other strange building-shaped objects with really sharp edges to them. I really want to hear your comments down below, and I will post the links to both of the moon dome images, the high-res images, in the video description. So tell me what you guys think, because one fact that I can leave you with today that I can say with 100% conviction is the moon is not what we've been told it is. So thank you guys for watching. Do head over and check out the other video that I just posted on 3i Atlas. Happy New Year. Be safe. Don't get too crazy. And I'll see you guys back in just a bit.